Hi everyone! We are here today to walk through Holland America Line's 2028 Europe launch, and what makes this season especially exciting is that our sailings span year round, so January through to December. So Europe is no longer just a summer conversation for us, which gives guests more ways to experience these incredible ports. So just a very quick snapshot where we'll look at what sets Holland America Line apart in Europe, especially our heritage in the region and our perfectly sized ships, our access to the UNESCO sites, and the way that we really connect guests to the destination, both on board and ashore. So Holland America Line was born in Europe, so we have a deep history here with 153 years of sailing these coastlines. So that heritage really comes to life in the ports that we visit, the ports we choose, the amount of time we give our guests ashore, the way we bring regional food and culture on board, and in the experiences that help guests connect to the destination on a deeper level and in a more authentic way. So as mentioned, the headline for 2028 is that our most expansive Europe season ever. So we're calling on more ports than ever before with in-depth exploration of Norway's UNESCO listed fjords. Our selling points have several pillars, so perfectly sized ships, extended stays and overnights, which are absolutely key, visiting UNESCO World Heritage sites, a huge array of immersive shore experiences, destination dining, which is something that is super important to our guests, alongside our award-winning service, of course. So Europe changes dramatically throughout the year, and different seasons create completely different reasons to travel. So this will be a great resource for you to help lead the conversation and understand what's most important to your guests so that you can then highlight relevant experiences and kind of tailor your recommendations. So UNESCO, as I mentioned, is one of our biggest selling points in this season, and across the broader Europe programme, guests have access to more than 200 World Heritage UNESCO sites. So, anything from ancient ruins and historic city centres to extraordinary natural landscapes as well, for all of those guests that are seeking that enriching travel experience. So our mid-sized, we like to say perfectly sized ships, are a huge advantage in Europe. We range from 1,400 guests to 2,600 guests. So, clients that want that premium comfort, but they also want access and space, a sense that the ship fits the destination as well. So we have all of the amenities and facilities you would expect from larger ships, but on that smaller, more intimate scale, whilst still offering access to smaller ports and those historic harbours that are often unavailable to the larger ships. Time is obviously one of the most valuable things that we can give guests in Europe. So those late nights and overnight stays create a much more immersive experience, allowing guests to enjoy cities after the crowds have gone, dine ashore in the evenings, enjoy those full day excursions. So this is a hugely key selling point and definitely something to highlight. So across our full Europe 2028 season, we have a huge array of choice for home ports for your guests. But the most exciting of which is our ex-UK product out of Dover, of course. So we've got Nieuw Statendam returning again, beautiful Pinnacle class ship. So she'll be doing some Northern Europe sailings and British Isles itineraries out of Dover. And then there's some lovely Canaries itineraries towards the end of the season as well. So all of these itineraries can be found in our full Europe planner on the OneSource platform. So Northern Europe is where Holland America's heritage matters most. And for 2028, Norway is a major focus with more UNESCO fjord access and an expanded sailing options as well. We're one of few cruise lines permitted to enter some of these protected waterways, and the scenery itself becomes part of the travel experience. So for our Northern Europe deployment, we have Amsterdam, Rotterdam, Lisbon and Reykjavik, each offering, outstanding pre and post cruise opportunities as well, giving guests the chance to extend their journey and experience even more of Europe. And this incredible 35-day legendary voyage of the Vikings showcases the depth available in Northern Europe for those guests with a little bit more time. So sailing round trip Boston, guests retrace the Viking history access across 21 ports and 8 different countries. So combining culture, scenery and remote landscapes as well. Holland America Line's exclusive excursions, curated with the History Channel, help guests understand why destinations matter through immersive storytelling. So these experiences really reinforce the brand's destination-focused promise, and definitely another thing to highlight to clients. Now, who doesn't love the Mediterranean? So this part of the world remains one of Holland America's most loved regions, and really exciting that Nieuw Amsterdam returns to the Med, enabling a broader program with more Spain, Italy, Greece, and Portofino ports of call as well. So our FlyMed program will home port from Rome, Venice via Trieste, Barcelona, Istanbul, Athens, and Lisbon. So all fantastic destinations in their own right, as you know, which help to make the beginning and the end of their cruise just as memorable as the voyage itself. And just to showcase some of our itineraries outside of our 7-day voyages, so these 9, 10, 11-day itineraries create a richer journey, you know, blending those iconic destinations with some hidden gems and offers more time for exploration as well. And of course, our collectors voyages, really popular and, you know, that bit more unique for guests wanting to combine 2 or 3 itineraries back to back for a deeper discovery. And this fabulous collector's voyage here. So we've got 14-day Norwegian fjords and that lovely 28-day Canaries, Arctic and Northern Lights itinerary on board Nieuw Statendam. So our onboard programming will connect the guests to the incredible destinations that we're sailing to, destination experts on board. We have talks and lectures throughout their cruise, learning about each of their ports of call. We'll bring local artists and performers on board. And of course, we have all of those incredible shore excursions and full program to help them make the most of their time in port. And there's absolutely something for everyone. We need a whole other presentation to talk about the food, so I'm going to keep this short, but at Holland America Line, our cuisine goes beyond the plate and it is at the heart of everything that we do. As we know, this is definitely a reason why our guests sail with us again and again. We can offer 80+ varieties of fresh fish sourced locally as part of our global fresh fish program, and ingredients are bought directly from port to plate within 48 hours. So dining on board tells Europe's culinary story as well through unique regional flavors. You know, we've got dishes like Norwegian salmon gravlax, we've got the Dutch poffertjes, which are also served on board at our Grand Dutch Cafe, if that's on board. Classic Spanish paella, the Portuguese custard tarts. You know, we do a Scandinavian seafood boil. The list goes on. Dutch themed dinners, fresh over sole. We could talk all day, but lots and lots going on with regards to regional cuisine. And of course, this product has been launched with our incredible Have It All early booking bonus. So guests can add this on for £65 per person per day, and they will receive all of the Have It All standard benefits. So they'll get their enhanced drinks package and Wi-Fi package, up to $300 onboard credit. They will get speciality dining experiences depending on the length of cruise, depends on how many, up to 3, and also up to $300 per person shore excursion credit, and of course the crew appreciation as well, which is the gratuities. So lots of incredible benefits that you can promote alongside to your clients. And if you're adding this on via Polar Online, you just use the code HIA early, all in capitals, so we can make sure you've got all of that information as well. So the full Europe planner and all of our available assets are on our OneSource platform. So happy booking, and please shout if there's anything we can do to support you in any way.